racial
creature.
tensions run deep, you know? But being a tactician, he realizes that he will not throw his only weapon. So with a heavy heart, he will decide to go and help the elf. Laysai. Yeah, so he's going to move up on you, and here we go. Two-handed trident attack. 16 for 9. All right. Nice job. I say to a NPC that has no player, there's new phrase. Say. All right. Anyways, Toothless, you are up.
Rar.
Okay. Oh, there he is. I was like, "Where's Toothless's regular?"
Bite, 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 bite.
Okay. Yeah, bite for 18 is definitely a hit, and it has to see if you knock it down again. And you do. So as you guys are fighting, it kind of has you like in there real good. You bite down hard on it, just long enough for it to loosen its coils, and then you sort of shift with all your weight, and the two of you just kind of into the mud. Debris is going everywhere. You're kind of dislodging like bits of this debris pile. Like tinier snakes and creatures are kind of scurrying and slithering away from the battle between these two giant creatures. Yeah, it's crazy.
This is really sick.
All right. So while all that's going on, Illyria, bound up in the coils of the other giant constrictor snake. What are you gonna do?
Am I able to take a shot at it?
You can. It would just be,
Okay.
yeah. I mean, you're already at disadvantage from being restrained, so you might as well use your favorite weapon while you're doing it.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's not like you can have double disadvantage.
All right. Can I use?
Yes,
bardic
you load a
inspiration, or does
bolt.
it-
You load a bolt, and you just push. You just put the butt end of the crossbow right against the creature's like throat, and you just fire. A 12 is enough.
Oh, okay.
So damage plus your hunter's mark, because you did move the hunter's mark to it.
Okay.
All right. So go ahead and roll the hunter's mark damage for me. Oh, there you go. All right. It is still going, even though there's this bolt lodged all the way into the fletching in its throat. Blood is kind of pouring around it. It lets out sort of a long, sort of hissing screech kind of sound as you do this, pulling its head back, and it looks like it is going to try and strike. Still restrained, still grappled. I think that is your turn, unless you have something you want to do with your bonus action.
That was to this dude, right? Or to this one?
Oh, you were shooting at that one. Okay, I thought you were shooting at the one that was trying to kill you. Okay. Yeah, I'll apply the damage to that one. My bad. No
yeah,
worries.
because I put the hunter's mark on that one.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, so you would have actually had triple disadvantage because it would have been prone. You would have been no double, yeah, because you would have been in melee. Anyways, it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, you still got it though with a 12.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry.
All right, and that bloodies that one. Okay. Yeah. So restrained for disadvantage, in melee with a ranged weapon for disadvantage, and firing at a prone target for disadvantage, you still make the shot.
Elven accuracy.
Fantastic. All right.
That was badass.
You catch this dude's eye as you take that impossible shot, and he does give you a very slight bro nod. A very slight bro nod.
Yeah,
That's
what
the
I
most.
thought.
That's the most he could do. That's the most he could do. All right, Spencer, spicy meatball, you're up.
This little guy is gonna take a bite at this dude.
All right. Yeah, that is a hit. 10 more damage. You just start tearing into this thing. Get a mouthful of bloody scales.
And that'll be Spencer's turn.
All right. That brings us to Snake 16. Snake 16 is going to try to crush the life out of you, Illyria. Here we go. It is going to be a normal attack because of the gazer shooting it with its little hypno eyeball. So here we go. Regular attack. 24 for 10. Dang, that heal from Fireforge clutch, or you would have been KO.
Yeah.
All right, it is going to maintain its position and just keep going for it. With Thousand Teeth out of the way, this is their chance to seize control of this prime real estate. And they're not going to let a bunch of monkeys take that from them, or whatever you are. Tari, you're up. Bleeding from several tremendous bite marks. Yeah, each of Thousand Teeth's teeth is big enough to be a dagger or an arrowhead all by itself.
Yikes.
Or spear tip.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna just draw another arrow. I feel like I can, for some reason, I feel like I can get off a second. So I'll just roll another d20 somewhere.
So just go ahead and chuck out a d20. Let's see how it goes.
Nope.
Oof. All right. You take out that second arrow and you go to fire, but the blood loss, the wounds you took from Thousand Tooth, your muscles are just kind of not responding as quickly as you need them to. Anything else from Tari?
No, not right now.
Okay. Skull, you are up.
Just going to push over and help Illyria. Here.
Okay. Yeah, 12 is just enough.
Okay, so we're gonna do a trip attack to one superiority die. Damn it.
All right, so 13 plus another 6, 19 points of damage. You trip it all right. It falls down, dead.
Okay, yeah.
Oh my
just
goodness.
Stab my sword
Its
into
coils loosen, and Illyria, you are freed. With your 2 hit points. All right.
The rest of I'll just help her up, and then
Okay.
I'll point at the other snake, the gazer. I point at the gazer, then I point at the snake.
Okay. All right, it turns its attention to the remaining snake.
Oh, that's not right. Fear ray, telekinesis. Well, telekinesis won't work, so fear ray. 1 save.
All right, it aims a fear ray at you. Here we go. It's gonna make a wisdom saving throw. Yeah, your gazer too spooky. Too spooky.
Look at him, he's vicious.
It's roughly the size of a cantaloupe, but it has scared this giant serpent something fierce. You did him a frighten, to be sure. All right. Yeah, so I would say that in order to do this, the gazer used its mimicry to mimic sort of the roaring sound that Thousand Tooth was making.
Hell yeah. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
So the snake is kind of wondering if that might mean that Thousand Tooth is getting its second wind or something. All right, gazer going to stay where it is, or okay?
Out of reach.
Agram, you're up.
There you ought to be able to draw all kinds of things, being that close to him.
Goodness, I guess.
And like mid sprint over there to go kill the snake, I'm just gonna stop and like skid. And then turn around and- and then turn around.
Nice.
So, 5, 10, 15, 20, and that's about as far as I can.
All right, your heavy boot falls start running up the corpse of Thousand Teeth. With his size, you have like a 10-foot elevation right now. You look down over Spencer, and through the holographic sort of see-throughness of your spiritual weapon, and you see this scaled wolf battling it out with the giant serpent.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast, not cast, but use my bonus action for spiritual weapon.
Okay, that is a hit. Oh, 11. That's a nice one.
Good good damage there.
Yeah, max damage.
And then my light hammer is good for 20. My second one. 5, 10.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna light hammer.
I love that you're throwing light hammers so much because, like, one of my favorite games when I was a kid was the Dungeons and Dragons arcade game, like the side-scrolling beat 'em up game, which if you guys haven't played is absolutely amazing. And one of the items you would get was light hammers, and you would throw them, and they would be like the most ridiculous like spin and arc to them. Anyways, yeah, 16 is a hit. Yeah, 7 points of damage. That'll do it. Like a hardware savvy turtle from the Fungus Kingdom, you chuck this hammer and it spins way too many times in the air, and it comes down right on this thing's noggin, and it's already just terrified. And you see its eyes kind of roll up in its head. Its 2 sets of eyelids blink, and it just falls over dead.
Then I'm just gonna sit down on top of 1,000 teeth, like.
All right. I don't think anyone is currently dying or anything, so I think we can leave initiative. Boy, I hope so, since I just erased it. All right. Whew. Well done. Well done.
Rar.
Oh, he's a good boy.
Yeah, I would definitely think that that Spencer would have, of course, as soon as the battle was over, run up and attempted to leap into your arms. I think in order to save yourself a broken back, you probably just fall back into the water with him. Safe. Okay, yeah. So you sploosh down into the water, and he was just honking happily because he knows that he was the best boy. And he,
you are the best boy.
Well, I'll be honest. I think he was second best boy. I think Gazer might have been best boy this time. But
to me, he's always best
Spencer
boy.
saw Gazer. I think Gazer was too high up. Spencer didn't notice him.
And I'll definitely go over and like kind of like nuzzle Haxel a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of like.
We're all just crying. We lived.
And yet again, that is why I love games where the dice are rolled out where everybody can see them, because I especially love Roll20 where it rolls damage for the monsters with their attacks. So you can see that this attack almost did 18 to 24 points of damage, but just barely missed, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy.
I have to say, I was saving his resistances because I knew that with 2 bards and a cleric, anything could have happened there. And I was like, Bane, he's got a pretty good attack. Yeah, he'll deal with it. And Bane was so clutch that fight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
very, very good stuff, guys. Like really, really, you didn't panic. That's the secret. A lot of people that play D&D, especially when they're like newer to the game, they don't understand that fear is the killer. Yeah. As soon as you get too scared, you start. Yeah. Oh man.
I messed up.
And
too.
it still happens even at higher levels. Like I had a group go up against Tarask, my high level group, and Tarask is like the strongest monster in the monster manual or whatever nonsense. And of course they were like, "Oh my god, what are we gonna do?" And the one guy like ran, and even though he's like level 17, he's just like, "I'm out of here." And yeah, it didn't go well for him. Like they were able to handle it like no problem. And he was not, because he left like the paladin's aura, so he got affected by fear, and all this other stuff happened. Yeah, so even at the higher levels of gameplay, people still get spooked by some of the stuff they run up against, which is understandable. It's a roguelike game. You don't have a save point or anything. So I'll stop talking your ears off. Sorry, just very excited for you. So yeah, you guys role play this out. I want to hear this. I want to hear what happens.
I'm going to look at Skull and just say, I'm so sorry, guys. I didn't want to risk not killing this thing to save you. I know it was important to keep it alive.
It's fine. No one did anything wrong.
Scott, I'd just like to say you did a fine job, lads.
I throw Thogrim into the water.
Honestly, I think the princess will be glad it's dead.
Damn it. I'll use my bardic inspiration.
Oh, dang. It only lasts 10 minutes. Might as well. Oh, man.
I give him the weird hug. Tried to pick up the dwarf. And then seeing Illyria like pat Spencer, he's gonna like snap his fingers to call like the gazer over. He's gonna very stiffly like give it a pat on the head like he doesn't understand. It's like, you did very well.
And what you think might be Toothless is kind of like jumping around like really excitedly, being like, kind of like trying to like point you guys like in a direction. He's like, you know, like the hunter dog or whatever. He's like, he's like wagging his like little like, you know, scaly dire wolf tail, and he's like, oh, let's go.
Is Timmy lost in a well?
He like nods his head.
Can Axel take a tooth here?
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's you can break off some teeth. The best way to harvest it would be somebody does a knowledge nature check, and then that same somebody preferably does a survival check. To basically dress the kill. But if you just wanted to grab a tooth, there are plenty of them. You could just snap one off. But if you were hoping to get more from his body, you would do a nature check followed by a survival check.
Yeah, can I take a good look at him? Like, is he anything like stand out about him?
Yeah. So obviously, you guys have seen crocodiles. You traveled with some essentially. Well, not traveled, but the lady you were traveling with summoned some. Yeah, he is very jacked up. A knowledge nature check would probably be your best bet. I would also accept an arcana check. Both of those would be appropriate to figure out a little bit more, other than the voice in the sky being like, he's jacked up. Yeah, you might. Okay, so yeah, Thagrum, as far as you know, it's just the biggest, ugliest, scariest crocodile you've ever seen. But Skull, you do realize that a lot of what's going on here would only, if this started as a crocodile, this could only have happened through magical means. And you do know that creatures across all species can be mutated by magic. That's where you get sorcerers from. And more than likely, something basically got into this guy's blood, as it were, and changed him. Made it different.
Is that like visually clear? Like, is like stuff on like his body looks different from like
yeah. So as you're checking him out, his eyes are less like the eyes of a crocodile. They are more like the eyes of a lizard folk. Which there are subtle differences. The lizard folk have more, they have better defined eyes for like, vision and stuff like that. Whereas like a crocodile, not so great with vision. They rely on their other senses a lot more. You notice like that there are these bony spines and stuff sort of jutting from the flesh here and there.
Like a
that have
dire
kind of grown.
crocodile, huh?
Yes, like the olden days.
Yeah.
Like the olden days. One of the only dire creatures that survived the many changings of editions was the dire wolf. But there used to be dire animals everywhere when the Feywild would be particularly strong in an area. The magic of the Feywild would sort of mutate the creatures. Something else that kind of clues you in that something isn't right is that in his guts that are spilled everywhere,
I'm familiar with his guts.
Yeah, there are all manner of like purple worm-like creatures. Not to say actual purple worms, because that would be ridiculous. But what I mean is like little purple noodles that are like squirming around and stuff.
I think someone fed him something.
You can do a secondary check on the noodles if you'd like. Also Arcana or Nature. Yeah. So yeah, you pick him up. You're not sure what is going on with that.
I think, would Toothless know as he was looking on or not?
Yeah, I mean, Toothless
anyone.
could definitely do a nature check if you'd like.
Cool. Sorry.
Because remember, as a druid, you retain your mind,
Yeah.
unlike people using a polymorph spell, when you're in your wild shapes. Yeah, so Toothless. Wait, did you switch back to your Reggie self, or?
No, I screwed up. I should
Oh,
not
okay.
have rolled a 1d4.
Oh, no,
Yep.
no worries. It's just habit. 20 is more than enough. The creatures that have spilled out of him, they sort of resemble like a lamprey. Like a lamprey tapeworm situation, like just a very long, like a very long membranous, sort of purplish worm, with like one of them circular sucker mouths, that has many rows of tiny, almost like syringe-like teeth. And yeah, they're just sort of squirming around and trying to make their way towards the water at this point.
Yeah, I'll ask Toothless if he's not a dog anymore. If those are native to here.
Yeah, he's still a doggo.
He's still a doggo.
Well, I can shake his head, yes or no.
Oh, that's true.
If they're around, if these come from here, around here.
Would he know?
No, you as a druid, and as you're not an official member of the Emerald Enclave, but you're like friendly with them. Emerald Enclave is an order that is dedicated to fighting aberrations. You're pretty sure that this creature is not of the natural world. The worms. Yeah.
He kind of backs away a little bit.
Okay.
Someone or something did this to him. To this creature. This is not natural.
Yeah, and you also kind of notice as well that you have fought giant constrictor snakes from the region before. They did not look like these. And now that you kind of know what you're looking for, you do see as well that these things, their bodies are sort of writhing a bit as more of these worms sort of wriggle themselves free and start kind of squirming away.
Does anyone have an empty jar?
Yeah.
We have the fanny pack of holding if you don't need it to stay super alive.
No, I have some vials from my poisoner's kit.
Can we take a specimen?
I would definitely say, Haxel, the presence of all of these worms would affect you in a very real PTSD kind of way, for sure.
Oof.
Now, they aren't the same as the rot grubs, but they kind of have that same principle to them. Yeah.
Don't go too far.
Very well timed.
Yeah, so we'll take a couple of them. Go to the lizard folk.
Okay, so you're gonna stick some in the jar. Got it.
Yeah. Jar o' worms.
Yeah, and they do that creepy thing, like that horror movie worm thing, where they kind of like start trying to bite the sides of the jar, and you see their lamprey teeth kind of working, trying to bite it.
That's terrifying.
Yeah.
And then Skull kneel down and say like a prayer to himself to thank for the good hunt. This creature, and then he'll turn back to god damn it. Ergo? No, that was the one that got eaten first.
Oh, here, I'll turn his name so I can.
Hartuk. Okay.
Yeah.
Hartuk.
Yeah.
Yeah, he gives you a bro nod.
Did there was 3 of them, right? Or there only 2 of them that joined us?
There were 3. One
There were
guy.
3, yeah. So her body would probably be disgorged by now, her go. So I'll throw that on there if you are.
Is
So
there any like bits and pieces of it?
yeah, I mean, she pretty much got eaten whole. Like it was like one bite and done.
I want to grab the other one that. Who's the other one that died?
Ficklong.
Grab Ficklong and here goes like pieces and kind of stack them up near this tree.
Okay.
So we can take them home.
Oh, all right.
Maybe not right now, but at some point.
Okay. I'm gonna ask that we take a short rest, just for me, or to Illyria and Tari. So we should take a short rest and then search for the entrance.
Now, Illyria, you know that this is obviously the apex predator for the area. It is unlikely that in the short term anything would willingly come over here. So this would probably be a safe place to rest.
I will sit down.
Probably.
And let's take our chances, guys.
All right.
Like a fire right next to the beast. During the short rest, I'll introduce Spencer to my killer cantaloupe.
All right, so both bards can throw out D6s for me. And then whichever one gets the highest is the bonus hit points you can add to... yes, you can... If you use a hit die, at least one hit die, you also gain 5 more hit points.
I think... Sorry. Oh, I was gonna say, I think Toothless would kind of like patrol in his like very like happy-go-lucky scaly dog thing, while you all are on a short rest. So hopefully we don't get attacked, and if we do, he'll kill.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same. I'm just gonna pick my shield up, and can I recover the light hammers?
You could definitely look around for them. Yeah. So just go ahead and give me an investigation check. Maybe even if Toothless is still in dire wolf form, he's got a good snoot. You might want him to do it. He'd have advantage.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk up to Toothless and like show my hammer and like put it up to my nose and then like wave it around and like point around like so he kind of gets the hint.
Oh, he's excited about this.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, he ferrets them out real quick. Thogrum, you never would have found him.
Did I have two? I feel like I threw two.
No, yeah, he finds the one immediately and hands it to you, and then he bounds over and splooshes into the water and has to kind of dig it out of the mud at the bottom. You're not even sure how he found it, and then he brings it back to you.
Yeah, and he kind of like wrestles you a little bit. Like it's really fun.
I'm gonna give him scritches under his chin.
Okay.
Oh, that feels really good.
And then I'm gonna put my shield back on and go back to one-handing. And then I'm gonna go sit next to Skull and kind of like elbow him. And be like, you know, you stayed awake a lot longer that time. I'm starting to get real proud of you.
Don't push your luck, dwarf.
So Hartuk is going to you've kind of helped with the bodies there, Thogrum, and he is going to clean their bodies a bit, close their double sets of eyelids, and then take their tridents with him. But whether he's sad or not, it is hard to tell. These are people that, constantly live to fight. So seems like it's something he sees all the time.
I'm gonna walk over and tell him that we couldn't have done it without them. You're blessed to have known people as quality as them.
He nods at you.
And Crash, about 30 minutes into this, I'll fall back into Toothless form.
Okay.
And that was kind of rough. So I think he would kind of like want to cuddle Buddy a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's stressful. And so he'll just kind of rest with him for a little bit.
Okay. Sounds good. You guys get the benefits of a short rest. What would you like to do now?
Let's look, I suppose.
Well, I think we're trying to find something in. Well, we're sitting here on a mission. Should we complete it, or how are y'all feeling?
Oh well.
Yeah,
I'm
Skull
ready.
will stand up and we'll start searching for the entrance.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's also worth noting that it is now getting on about 11:30 or so at night, so it's getting close to midnight. And that storm that has been kind of pouring down the whole time is just yeah, it's getting real bad. Like lightning strikes and thunder and all that jazz. It is getting ferocious. So something to kind of keep in mind.
I think we should
If it wouldn't break
try
like
to find
everybody's browser, I have this really cool animated rain that I never get to use because
Oh.
like, yeah, oh, it makes me so sad. But I guess if I had like the smallest maps in the whole world, I could use them. But anyways, sorry to interrupt. What are you guys gonna do?
look for the entrance.
All right, gonna look around. I would say your best bet would be to have Toothless do it. I think his passive is just as good as if you guys were assisting him. Or everybody could just roll it, and we'll see who finds it, Easter egg hunt style.
Well, I'm certainly happy to look.
Yeah.
Let's find this door.
Where did...
I believe in Toothless.
Same.
Do it. Yeah, so at least Toothless will kind of go on a hunt for the door.
Look at this beautiful rain effect.
Oh,
It's
That's
pretty
Isn't
cool.
that nice?
Oh, that's
Yeah,
pretty
but
It's not
to
breaking mine.
yeah, to cover a whole
Yeah.
map. By the time you cover a whole map with it, though, it's just
Yeah.
Just
a nightmare.
drag it along with us.
yeah.
I mean, I do like it. It's awesome.
Yeah, I was so excited when they released animated GIFs for Roll20, and it has not yet lived up to the hype, unfortunately.
What you need is like a roadie to just
Yeah.
control it.
And then you strike Toothless with lightning. It's amazing. So,
The rain
yeah.
was awesome. Lightning? Yeah, I'll keep looking until I have lightning strike me, I guess.
Okay. So let me check these rolls here. Oh my gosh. Oh, that was from before. I was like,
Yeah.
what, another natural 20. Yes. So you could do perception or investigation to see if you could find whatever it is you were looking for here. I believe you were looking for an entrance to some ruins.
We are. I don't know why. I'm gonna keep my passive perception roll.
Okay.
Oh, tied though.
Nice.
Oh! Gazer!
Oh, skull. Nice.
All right. So, Toothless, not that this was a competition, but you were pretty sure that you were going to be the one that found it because you're just so good at spotting things. But Thogrum, he's really on the case here. Maybe not Sherlock Holmes, but definitely like Dr. Watson kind of thing.
He's closer to the ground.
Yeah, exactly. But before either of you can do it, you hear Toothless call out, "I'm gonna cuddle Buddy," and he starts shooting laser beams up in the air like a fireworks show, and sort of spinning around in a circle.
Wow.
Wow.
Your pet is quite cute, Skull. I like him.
Yeah, let's go over there.
He's quite cute. He just sort of floats around.
That's why I haven't been like giving him like actual orders and always gonna mock me and pointing at things.
All right, Toothless, it floats down, and it is inspecting Buddy. 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 And it's just sort of like rubbing its eyeballs against him.
Oh, God.
And like, man, there's a lot there. Is it erotic? Like, is it?
No.
What?
Yeah, man. Beholders don't know about that kind of stuff. Oh, I'm blushing right now.
I just want to check.
Yeah.
Because it's only a doll. So
Yeah.
That'd be weird. That'd be really weird.
I think that it senses how much you love Buddy, and so it realizes that Buddy is something important. Yeah. But when it sees all these scarves, now it feels erotic. Now.
Telekinesis ray.
I will
Yeah, right.
it
Just
rub
flip
Buddy.
those scarves. Yeah, so it starts using telekinesis ray to shift things around, and Thogrum and Toothless, you guys realize that yes, there is sort of some, I don't want to call them stairs, but I guess kind of stairs, like a stepped passage that leads down into the muck and the mud.
Yeah, we can hear it.
But it is currently covered by all this debris.
Yeah, I'll start moving it.
Okay.
Yeah, there's some stairs down there, into the muck and the mud. Let's get down there. It'll help our skin stay moisturized.
Yeah, so you guys work together and you uncover some stairs.
Does it look like anyone's been down here recently?
I mean, the whole thing was like clogged up with debris. So, I mean, it's hard to say. I mean, the stairs have like water constantly sort of running down them, like one of those stepped fountains. So it would be very hard to know for sure if there was a passage, recent passage or not. You do have a ranger, you do have a druid, you do have an observant druid. As far as like looking for clues and stuff like that, would anything still be left? I think Toothless, between you and the ranger, yeah, you would say that a party of humanoids, most of which had creepy fish folk style feet, did pass through here, and some of their footfalls were heavy enough to basically leave impressions in the mud stairs that kind of go down into the darkness.
I would relay that to the party, and then I would look at Buddy, and I would say, Buddy, should we go down?
Yeah, the gazer quickly flies over, and it looks Buddy in the face with all of its eyes and its central eye, and in your exact voice it says, Buddy, should we go down? And roll a d20 for me. Oh, yeah. Buddy kind of flips his head away from the hole.
Buddy says, nay.
Nay.
What do you all think?
I'm going to go in the hole.
I think he's very cute.
I would follow you down.
Now, when I say that Toothless and Illyria say that there are footprints here, it is like Emperor's New Clothes. Like, none of you know what the hell they're talking about. Like, there is no sign of any passage as far as you guys can tell. But these two are like, oh yeah, see, if you look here, and this is where like a such and such scraped the wall, and this happened, and yeah, like there's no indication.
I'm gonna take the dodge action, and
all right. Okay. And yeah, because of the heavy rains that are coming in, as you kind of uncork this thing, water is just down these stairs now, just sort of flowing in.
Watch
All
your
right.
step.
It is your intention to travel down. Let me gather your party.
Yeah,
Well,
I think so.
Dojin.
Yeah, all 100 of you. Let's see. What else do we got? This Anvil, can he come? No, I guess he doesn't come. Yeah, sure, why not? You'll probably show up on the next map. Yeah, bring this wolf too. All right, am I forgetting anyone? I think I'm forgetting somebody.
Therese down
There
by
we go. Tari and your special aqua goblin friend. There we go. There we go. That's a nice bolstered party. And we don't need to take the steps. There we go. Okay. Down we go into the darkness. All right. Does anybody want to take a quick break, like 3, 4, 5 minute break? Refresh drinks, all that jazz? Or are you guys good to go?
To me.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Break ski? Okay, cool. I'm gonna grab another drink. All right.
Would have definitely introduced the killer cantaloupe to Spencer though, so they could honk back and forth for like, I don't know, like 3 minutes straight, maybe. How long it lasts.
That'd be funny. That's a little bit scary.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like I was like, I'm gonna be fine. I'm resistant to acid. Oh wait, it also does real damage. Damn.
God.
Yeah, I'm glad we all made ourselves or got out of that.
So
yeah, I was gonna go like get swallowed so I could heal
Yeah, that's what I
you,
was
and then I was
thinking.
like, "There's no way I can survive that
Yeah,
stomach
no, it's
damage."
cool. I messed
Just
up.
get him
Like
out.
every time he missed me, I could have made a free attack on him because of the new stuff I had. My new powers. I just forgot. It's like, oh man.
Oh.
I could have been making some attacks doing a little bit more damage, but it's all good. Made it.
All right. Everybody back? Everybody ready?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So let me move you down below. Hopefully, it's a big map, so hopefully everybody's map loads. If roll 20, right? If the map loads and you can see literally everything there, please refresh your browser. because bigger maps sometimes can do that. So, all right, let me move you guys over.
Finger over the refresh just in case.
Yeah.
Yep, there we go.
I don't want to spoil anything.
I had a guy get like the whole Tomb of Annihilation spoiled.
Oh no, it's
no.
okay. We're good.
Because he's like, I didn't know what to say, and it's just like, well, you should have said something. All right. Anyways, so now I know to kind of prep people for that when it's a big map. But yeah, you guys appear by going down. You know that as you go down, the mud kind of transitions from mud to a hard packed clay, and then finally to a dense brown stone. Thogrum, resident stone cunner, you kind of, I don't know if you explain this to them or not, but you explain, you understand the process of the stone becoming harder as it gets deeper down in the earth, and blah 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 blah. By your estimation, Thogrum, you are probably, by the time you're done winding down this, it's like halfway between like a tube and a staircase. By the time you're done winding down through here, you're at least 80, possibly 100 feet below the swamp. So it was quite a ways to get down here.
And this is all like man-made stonework and stuff. Or?
Actually, these are natural caverns. Now the passage down to them was dug by something or someone. But here itself, these are natural caverns.
Yeah.
And for the most part, the narrow passageways have like a 10-foot high ceiling, but the larger chambers have a 20-foot high ceiling. Is sort of the standard heights that you're going to be dealing with in here. And there is no ambient light, so whatever you need to see, if you require light and stuff like that, you're going to want to do that stuff.
What does it smell like?
What does it smell like? That's an excellent question. It smells like decay, decomposition. It smells like mold. There's like a fungal smell. And then in a more like, spiritual, like, I don't know, manner, I guess, Toothless, it smells of fear, despair, and madness.
Cool.
Yeah.
You all see
good
kind of
things.
Toothless kind of looking more unnerved than he usually does, I guess.
Yeah, it smells like a Monday morning. Absolutely.
Yeah, it smells like Monday. But not a good Monday.
4:45 Monday morning.
Yeah. Ugh. All right, and Toothless, you do hear sound from the passage up ahead to your left. So yeah, this cavern is made of a damp, almost sort of porous stone. There is sort of a lichen or some similar sort of fungus growing in patches here and there. There are these gross looking like brown mushrooms kind of growing in places. They almost look like stones in appearance. The chamber that you're currently in is stepped naturally. So where you see these ledges, it's kind of like a couple of feet down to the next kind of thing. And it sort of evens out at the bottom. And down here at the bottom, there are passages that lead. We're just going to pretend that the top of the map is north for this dungeon. It goes west and north. So those are your two different pathways. Or you could go south, climb 100 feet back up to the surface, go out into the storm in the middle of the swamp, and be like, screw this place. So up to you. How long is our friend Little Gazer going to hang out?
He's good for 6 hours, so we took an hour rest.
Oh, nice.
So
Nice. Okay.
he should be good for a little bit here.
All right.
And good news, everyone. This place smells like decaying mushroom shit, and I can hear some voices or things up to the left.
Yeah. Do you speak Aquan, Toothless?
No.
Okay. So it basically, yeah, this came up this morning, which was actually, it was a pretty funny scene. But remember that Aquan is the language, is the common trade tongue, essentially, of sentient aquatic beings. Underwater sounds like beautiful mermaid song. It's just gorgeous. Above the water, it sounds like World of Warcraft Murlocs. It's weird like that. So when it has water to sort of carry it, it just sounds like so beautiful. But above the water, it sounds horrible. So you just sort of hear horrible type sounds. Toothless. Yeah.
He does have primordial there. Is that?
Yeah. So primordial would be like the Latin to the Romance languages that are the four lesser ones.
Right.
So you do pick out words like, you know, what do you think is happening? Like, do you hear that water? And you guys do realize that where you guys are standing is now turned into sort of a beautiful water feature. So water is kind of coming down that tube from the rain and the swamp and is sort of making loud echoing trickles throughout the chamber. So whatever is around the corner has definitely heard the water.
Well,
I want to grab some of the lichen on the walls, kind of dress up some of my wounds that I took. That's good for that.
Okay.
And then I'll try and be sneaky.
You should just send Gazer in to scare the shit out of him.
No. I don't want to. He's got
He's
13
super
health.
useful.
Oh, he's just gonna get one shot. I want to stealth and I'll peek around the corner and see what's up. Hopefully. That's pretty good. Channeling maybe another character of mine. See if I can't peek around this corner and see what's
All right. Yeah, they had the same exact idea, and as you kind of look around the corner, there's just a big face full of this, and it just it kind of in surprise.
Can I grab
and immediately starts throwing initiative dice at you.
Please. That's awesome. That's funny. That was really good. Of course, Skull didn't go
you know, you were like or whatever.
I was like, Arr.
All right, don't forget to roll for your Pokemans if you have them.
The second I feel like Skull gets into any action, like my ears start to tingle and stuff. Like
there needs to be like a side episode where Gazer, Spencer, and Anvil go on and Buddy, of course, go on an adventure. God. You know what I'm saying?
What was the Pikachu movie?
Yes.
What was that called? Where they go on
That'd
little
be amazing.
Thing. If we ever go to play a weekly session and we only have like 3 people, we will run Buddy's incredible side quest.
Should Buddy roll right now or no?
No, he's fine.
Okay, just checking.
He's a pacifist, so and he's also lazy. Okay, has everybody rolled in? I didn't roll for Hartuk. Let's see. Get up in there, Hartuk. All right. So let me toggle some music real quick, because you are now deep down inside this spoopy place. And yeah, do a different combat mix for now. I subscribed to this Patreon recently that the guy makes music specifically for D&D and Roll20 and stuff, and it's all licensed to use and everything. So hopefully I'll have time this week to get some new music set up that they won't lose their minds about. All right, cool. So first up in the initiative order is my favorite meatball. All right, what are you gonna do, Spencer?
All right, Spencer will 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. What does he have?
He's got like 40 feet or so. No, 30 on land, 40 in the water.
Anyway.
That's right.
All right, he'll come here.
Have him ready in action to bite, because I'm gonna try and pull this guy.
Yeah, we'll ready in action to bite. Bring me the toy.
I'm gonna try to.
All right. Illyria, you're up.
Oh, okay. 15, 20, and I will hunt. I'll just take a shot at him.
Okay, just taking a shot at him. Let's see. 16 is enough.
Ooh. Oops, sorry. I clicked it twice.
Okay.
I apologize.
8 points of damage. Yeah, he lets out a blargle sound as you hit him for 8. The arrow kind of taking some skin and scales with it as it passes by his left shoulder.
Did he just curse? What did he say? I speak Aquan.
Oh, you speak Aquan. Yeah. He said, by the devourer's fin. It wasn't too offensive, but yeah, he definitely threw it out there. All right.
And that's it for me.
Okay. Skull, you're up.
Yeah, so coming around the corner, seeing this guy, his eyes are gonna narrow in surprise, and then he's gonna try and headbutt him.
Okay.
I made a macro for this.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Ooh,
right.
Nice. I like that.
And this is gonna be a trip attack too.
Okay.
I'm gonna trip somebody with a headbutt.
Yeah, he's let's see. I'm gonna say that he is definitely caught off guard by, first of all, running into you, and then secondly, someone headbutting him. This isn't something that normally happens in its life. So I'm gonna have it roll with disadvantage here. You hit it, and its little eyes kind of roll together, and it lets out another curse, which is, and translates roughly to, "Are you fucking kidding me?" And it falls flat on its ass.
Ow, my
It's a headbutt, and I'm gonna, since that was a unarmed strike, basically, I'm gonna bonus action grapple him. I do.
Okay. I can't imagine him not being grappled. You can't crit skill checks, so he's grappled.
Okay, then I'm pulling him back this way.
All right, and then you drag him around the corner.
And then Spencer bites.
All right, Spencer, double advantage. Yeah, 15 hits for 4. And I believe he is bloodied. Is he bloodied already? Nah, he's not bloodied. Okay.
Okay, I'll keep go. So half movement. I'll go to here.
Okay.
Does he stop or does he drag him all the way to there?
I'm dragging him all the way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and he's grappled and prone. Boom.
No, actually he is bloodied. My bad. There we go. Okay.
That's it.
Yeah, he is screaming something awful though. He is he's basically crying out Illyria, he's basically saying, "Help me! Help me! The entrance is free. The entrance is clear. There's intruders." And yeah, that is what he is doing, is his,
Calling for more.
Yeah. Hartuk is going to go. Hartuk's strapped with 3 tridents right now. He's going to just start making his way down here. And I think he has just enough movement. Yeah, there we go. To get in there. And he will... he loves the idea of stabbing somebody that's prone on the ground and grappled. So this is with advantage, and he still misses. All right.
He tripped down like the slope there.
He tried his best. This thing is flailing around like crazy and just sort of like with like a free foot, like kind of kicks his trident aside, and he's very upset by that.
I'm gonna chuckle at him missing.
Yeah. That brings us to Thogrum.
Oh, let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, right? None of this is difficult terrain, right?
Nah.
Okay. I'm gonna get up here next to this good boy and this ugly thing, and I'm gonna take a swing at old boy one-handed. Oh, is he restrained? So
Yeah. Oh, no, he's not restrained, but he is prone and grappled, so you would have advantage to the attack.
Okay. So then I roll one more time.
Oh,
That's more better.
Nice.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you cave in his head. Signature move.
I didn't want him to hurt your skull. I'm sorry. I didn't know if you were gonna keep him alive or not.
All right. Anything else from Thogrum?
No, that's it.
Okay. Yeah. Toothless, you hear a splash from around the corner. All right, Haxel, you're up.
All right, I'll move over here. Go here, and I will hold. I can't see anything down there, huh? Okay, I'll just I'm gonna ready a spell.
Oh, my bad. For some reason, your mini does not have dark vision on it. There you go. You should be able to see now.
Okay, yeah, I can see some people coming. I'm gonna ready a spell. If any they get up to here, I'm gonna cast Fairy Fire.
Okay. Yeah, if you want to cast Fairy Fire, you can.
Okay, cool. And that's it.
All right. So you're casting Fairy Fire on the 3 that are over there?
Oh, well, yeah. Or I was gonna
Might as
ready
well.
it, but
Oh, you're just gonna ready it. Okay.
yeah. So if they get right to this area.
Okay, so you're gonna ready it. Gotcha. So using your concentration, using the spell slot and holding the spell ready. All right. Yeah. So this creature sees that you have some kind of spell thing going on here. It looks at its spear. It looks at you. It turns and it's going to start running away. There is a sploosh of water.
All right.
All right, Toothless, you're up.
I'll move up to here, I guess.
Yeah.
Do I see anything or anyone?
You do not have dark vision, correct? So you are reliant on light source.
Yes.
Yeah.
On
So
the torch. Yeah.
oh, you have a torch lit?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's make sure you have the torch actually set. There you go. So it doesn't look like you would see anything, even with your torch.
And we've killed the one thing that attacked us. Toothless will cast. Man. I think what I'll do is he'll cast Dark Vision on himself.
Oh, okay. All right.
He'll drop the torch.
Okay.
And he'll move to the wall and chill for a round or so. I do like the Skyrim music, by the way.
I love
All
it.
right.
So
So
much.
you drop a torch on the ground, cast dark vision on yourself, and move
Yeah.
up against the wall.
Yeah, and kind of step on the torch to turn it off.
Oh, okay. You turn it off. Got it. Okay. Alrighty. Yeah, you see another creature. You and Haxel. It looks like that.
Oh,
Mm.
it's cute.
Yeah. All right. And that one is actually carrying what looks like a very big hammer made out of coral. Yeah. And let's see. Yeah, it's going to kind of narrow its eyes, close its mouth, and run off into the darkness. And you hear another sploosh.
Sploosh.
Yeah. All right, Gazer is up.
I'm just gonna. Well, Donut. Stay next to that one. And it's gonna go. Go hover behind Deliria. And he'll ready a laser beam if he sees any baddies.
All right. Tari, you're up.
I will ready a crossbow bolt for in case we're attacked again.
Okay. All right. This last person in initiative order is going to also flee into the darkness. You hear a sploosh. All right. Spencer. Top of the round.
Spencer. Let's peek out. I don't think he has any vision, dark vision, does he?
No. He's got
No.
great senses, but not any dark vision.
All right, he's just gonna come back here and take the dodge action.
Okay. Illyria, you're up.
Okay. 15, 20. I'll just hold a shot to see if anything comes out. Can't really see down there.
Okay.
That'll be it.
Skull, you're up.
Okay, so they're probably luring us into a trap. So that he'll go forward 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, and an intel on your enemy. This creature wears no armor, the one that you killed.
Oh, okay.
It has a combination of sort of scaly hide, like a dragonborn almost.
Okay.
But also sort of like fish scales, but also has like shark skin. In like different combinations covering its body, and that is its skin. It doesn't really wear any adornments or anything, except for like a lot of shark tooth jewelry. It has a lot of like shark tooth necklaces and shark tooth charm bracelet, that kind of thing.
Shark tooth.
You could tell that they're really into sharks. And what else? Let's see. Yeah, it's got a spear. And sort of like a satchel, like a messenger bag style satchel that it apparently keeps its equipment in, or not equipment, but its goods. And that's all it's got going on. And then of course, the physiology of the creature, of course.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll call there's probably traps. They're probably luring us into a trap. We'll go over here and we'll just do a search action to kind of look around.
Okay. Yeah. Perception-wise, you just hear the dripping of a little bit of water coming down from over here where you guys came in. Yeah, like you hear a little bit of dripping of water coming from this passageway over here, but other than that, it's very quiet.
There's nothing. It's just like a tunnel. It's nothing out of ordinary, like on the walls or the ceiling.
No, as you kind of move out of this larger chamber, the ceiling does kind of drop down to only be about 10 feet high.
Okay. Yeah, that was his action, his movement.
Okay. Hartuck's turn. Hartuck sees that you are going that way, and since you are a strong warrior and are covering one entrance to the room, he will go this way and keep an eye on the other door, so he will ready an action. Or not door, but passageway. Thogrum, you're up.
All right, let's see. 5, 10. I'm gonna take the dodge action.
Okay.
And go 15, 20, and then 25. Peek my head around the corner. See if I see anything.
Yeah, I mean, just sort of looking, you do see at the very edge of your dark vision that the stone floor of the cavern sort of ends and a flooded area begins.
Quick question: How long does that bonus hit points that Tari gives us?
So Tari stuff will last until you take a long rest. So if you, it wouldn't go away during a short rest.
Oh, okay. So I still have those 5 temporary hit points.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool, sweet.
Nice.
All right. Then, yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. Let's see. What are these jabrones going to get up to? Yeah, okay.
Crash, real quick, thinking about it, could I take a bonus action a second wind on my turn?
Sure.
Thank you. I'll be better about it.
Haxel, you're up.
Okay. I'll come here. Okay. I don't see anything, so I'll do a double move.
All right. Yeah, as you approach the edge of the water, you see that to proceed any further, it's one of those situations where like the ceiling narrows to kind of meet the water, and after a certain point, you will be completely underwater if you proceed.
All right. I'll yell it back to the people behind me.
Okay.
And that's it.
Okay, as you stand by the edge and calling back to your allies, there is a sudden surge of movement in the water, and you see one of the creatures kind of burst out of the water, creature of the lagoon, horror movie style. And as it does, it is going to attack you twice. Once with its bite and once with an attempt to grapple you. All right, so the bite is a 15. And then it's going to try to grab a hold of you. So give me a athletics or acrobatics.
Nice.
Oof. All
Oh, that
right.
was
Yeah, as it
close.
tries to grab you and pull you back into the water with it, you stand firm. And its hand kind of scratches along your arm, but it does not pull you into the water with it. All right. Toothless, you're up.
Rar. I think Toothless will, at least for the moment, turn into a big wolf.
Okay.
And then he's going to go galloping forward.
Alrighty.
Because I'm guessing he would have heard some splashing and splooshing.
Mm-hmm,
I
mm-hmm.
don't know. These are uniforms.
Yeah, and then you heard the which Illyria translates to "Booyah, bitch, I got you." For anyone that's ever wondered what Murlocs are saying to you after all these years, this adventure path will explain it all to you.
Yeah, so he totally goes like running forth.
In defense of Dungeons and Dragons, these guys have been around way longer than Murlocs, but they're definitely the inspiration for Murlocs.
Yeah.
And then if it's possible, he would like to bite this son of a bitch.
Let's see. You got an ally in the way, so you'd have to kind of squeeze in there because you're in a big boy form right now.
I am big boy form.
Yeah, Haxel, you all right with squeezing? Squeezing means that you and, well, you know what? You're larger than him. There's like a whole mounting thing, but I don't know if either of you has enough speed for that because it's half your speed to mount, or if you're an intelligent mount like Toothless is, be mounted. So you probably have to squeeze, yeah.
So it's about 45 feet to make it there.
Yeah. Oh, really? So you're 5 feet short as it is?
No, it was 45 feet, I think, to get where I'm going.
And you got a 50-foot speed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then moving into a space with an ally counts as difficult terrain. So yeah, you're just gonna come up. Well, you got 50. So even if he's difficult terrain, you could move into the space. But while squeezing, since you're
I'm gonna squeeze. I like the hack.
So yeah, Haxel, this big old scaled doggo kind of shoves you up against the wall. Anybody that's been to a house with like a Newfoundland or a Great Dane could probably relate. And starts attacking. I'm just gonna spoil it for you. The Sahaugen. Yeah, surprise. So go ahead and thank you for that gasp. Go ahead and make an attack roll, but it is a disadvantage because of squeezing.
I'll use my inspiration, by the way.
All right.
Can you get pack tactics for normal?
To best deal with that, you would just go ahead and roll two 12s.
Oh, damn.
All right.
But so for what it's worth, I did say I would use my inspiration.
Okay.
Believe
it or not, a 12 hits.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh no, I definitely didn't. I would never ever do that.
So what? We're going off this first attack that was a 12, right?
Yeah, 13.
Okay, so 13 points of damage. It is bloodied.
For next time, I just want to.
I will take my inspiration out as well, since I said I would use it.
All right, appreciate that. More than likely, you could get it right back next week because I'll ask if anybody wants to sum it up, and you'll be the first one to volunteer, and you'll get your
Pretty much.
All right, cool.
And I'm just like biting the shit out of this
So our good friend Jeremy Crawford informed me that you can be prone even if you're in the water, because whatever. So it's got to make a strength save. Let's see. Okay. Apparently he did not get that tweet, so he is not knocked prone in the water. So yeah, it's called floundering if you are knocked prone in the water. All right, cool. It's like a question that never came up until Ghost of Saltmarsh, because I guess nobody ever bothered to go underwater. All right, cool. So he is double threatened at this point. I dig it. That brings us to this guy who is going to, I guess, swim around the corner. And he is going to, yeah, he'll swim up to here. This is this dude right here with the big old hammer. Or lady. Yeah, maybe it's like some Yzma action. She's just going to smash it with a hammer. And so she's going to make 2 attacks with that hammer against you, Haxel. These will be at advantage because you are squeezing right now. So here we go. 1 and a 2. So a 24 and a 17 for 9 and for 9. It's a big ass hammer. All right, Gazer, you are up. And Haxel is bloodied, toothless.
Rawr.
Yeah. All right, Gazer, what's the plan?
Rawr.
The boss said to just hang out.
Yeah. There, but I don't think he might be able to see him, maybe. He goes here. Got 30 feet. Did tell him to hang out with Illyria though.
Will you?
Yeah,
I'll have
him go over here, see if he can see them. Can he? He's got a 60 feet range with his beams. He does have dark vision.
Yeah, you can hit the hammer bro one.
Okay, yeah.
The cool thing about save or effects is that you don't have to worry about cover and stuff as long as you can see any part of your target.
So dazing and a frost ray.
All right. Let's see what Hammer Bros got for defense.
And Crash, would you mind kind of illuminating 60 feet around the direwolf?
Oh, right, because it carries your dark vision over.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Okay, no worries. 60 feet. There we go.
Oh yeah, I gotta put a cameraman down.
And then concentration from dark. You have to concentrate on dark vision?
I don't think so.
Right? Yeah.
I think it's one of those good ones.
Okay. Yeah.
I know it's no concentration.
Sweet. That would be a terrible spell if you had to concentrate.
It would suck. It would suck.
Okay. So let's see. It got a 12 against dazing, so that's fine. But it does take the frosty damage. Nice. Okay.
And it also it has aggressive, so as a bonus action it can move its speed towards a hostile creature, so he's gonna move a little bit further.
Okay.
That way. That's his turn.
Alrighty. Brings us to a Tari. Alright. Moving up.
Trying to see. Can I take the shot that I've been holding?
Crossbow shot?
Yeah.
Well, when your turn comes up, your held action expires.
Okay. Yep.
So yeah, you would just take like a normal action if you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I can only see one. It looks like from here.
That is actually Haxel, I think, that you can see.
Oh, really?
If you're talking about the blue frame that's in this space right here, or the one past him. Okay, yeah, you can see. Yeah, you can see that one, but it's going to be a rough shot. It's going to have a lot of cover because remember, it's down in the water, and there's a big old scale wolf here, and there's a stone wall here. I mean, it's going to have a pretty big bonus to its armor class.
Okay.
But you can certainly take the shot if you want.
Yeah, no. I will say come out of the water and fight. You weak excuse for a Sahaugen. I bet your mother wishes you had been born with the face of a seal.
Wow.
Deep cuts.
Wow.
I will
Oh,
viciously mock
those are
it.
some cutting words.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Man. It was a fun game.
Yeah,
calm
it works.
down.
Yeah. Toothless and Axel, you see a single tear run down its cheek.
Man.
All right.
Oh, max damage. Whoa.
Yeah. Man, that was rough. That was rough. All right, so it's gonna have disadvantage to its next attack roll. Okay. Anything else from Tari?
I'm good.
Okay, that brings us to another one of these sweet babies. What's this one going to do? All right, this one was bloodied, so we don't forget. All right, and this one's still fresh. Okay, so yeah, it is going to swim over and then dramatically burst out of the water and attack. Let's see. It can make 2 attacks, and they always favor damaged targets because they have a racial ability called Blood Frenzy. Advantage on all melee attack rolls against any creature that does not have all of its hit points. Yeah. So it is going to leap out and do a 2-handed spear attack. What's up?
If that's the one that I just mocked, then
Oh no,
would
this
get
is the one.
straight. Okay.
Yeah, this one just jumped out of the water. And
Oh, I see it over there.
Yeah, and then so Haxel, it stabs you with its spear, and as it rides the momentum of its jump, it slides down the spear and tries to bite you.
Man.
For another 3 points of damage.
Okay, I'm unconscious.
Oof. All right. Doggo, with the scales, your buddy that you kind of have pressed up against the wall there, he just takes all these hits and just crumples to the ground. All right. That brings us to Spencer, top of the round.
All right, I'll do a whistle to Spencer so that way he moves up.
Yeah.
25, 30. And he will take dodge.
Okay. Moves up, takes a dodge action. Illyria, you're up.
Okay. Let's see. 25, 30, 35. Am I able to get a shot on that guy?
Yeah, he will just unless you have sharpshooter, he's gonna have a lot of
No.
bonuses from
No.
from being lower down, having the ledge, having toothless.
All right, I'll try and weave a shot through all that.
All right. Oof, yeah. There is a sharp pain in your wolf buttocks as it kind of deflects off of your scales. Toothless.
Oh, sorry, Toothless.
No damage, but yeah, little friendly.
It's like
fire.
a little spank.
Yeah, a little spank. All right. Anything else from Illyria?
Rar.
That would be it.
Okay. Skull, you're up.
Okay. Yeah. See. Breath weapon. Alright, I'm gonna go on my movement to get to here. We'll pull out the falchion. I'll take a swing at this one.
Okay. Yeah, that's gonna hit.
Okay.
Oof. 15 damage. It is bloodied. And those of you who speak Aquan, occasionally you hear them just shouting to each other, freedom, freedom, like over and over again, as if to sort of bolster their resolve.
Yeah, no, I'll be done. Sorry.
Okay. Hartuk would love to be fighting, and he hopes that no one thinks he's a coward for this, but he is going to continue to stand here and watch the other way because that is what he was trained to do. And he can't believe that no one else is taking this seriously. Your friendship is a great weakness in his eyes. All right, Thagrum, you're up.
Alrighty. Let's see. 5, 10, 15.
Yeah, this big hunk of meat, it's like clogging everything up.
20. And then I can't get... I'd be squeezing it alongside in here, wouldn't I?
Yeah, Toothless is difficult terrain, and then you would also be doing more squeezing.
Can you heal Haxel before his turn comes up? But he can run away.
Which one of them is holding him?
None of them are holding him. He's just just sort of got pounded into the ground.
And these two are bloody, right?
Correct.
Okay. Well, I guess I'm gonna toss one of my lead hammers. At this first one right here. 13.
All right, yeah, 13 will hit. Damn. All right. Yeah, it you kind of toss it up and over. It comes down and crunch.
Okay. And then I'll bonus action healing word.
All right.
For 4.
Okay, Haxel, you are prone but alive and conscious with 4 hit points. As that one dies and its body starts to sort of float beneath the water, another one comes rushing from around the corner.
Oh my gosh.
Springs up into the same place.
Nice.
This one seems to be a little different than the others. It wears it wears a breastplate and a helm. It is wielding a trident, and it seems to be pretty skilled with it. As it leaps out of the water, it does a spinning attack with the trident, dropping one of those attacks on a prone Haxel, because it always wants to target things that are injured. So that's a 19 for 11. Haxel will be back out. Then it will turn its attention to you, Skull, with the other trident attack. Uh, 19 for 14.
Yep.
And then it will bite you. For 10.
Oh. Okay.
This dude is about it.
Yeah. Definitely the leader, from what you could tell. Haxel, saving throw against death.
So much for getting him up in time for his turn.
Right. Oof. All right, that is a failed save. That brings us to this one right here. It's got 2 attacks. You are right next to it. You are bloodied. It's going to take it. It lunges forward with its mouth. 13, though. I don't think it's through your armor. Or wait, no, I think it might. Yeah. And that would be a melee attack against unconscious. So that is 2 failed death saving throws. Toothless, you watch as it clamps its jaws down on Haxel. And pulls him into the water with it. Blood begins to fill the water, and the creatures start to go bananas.
Yeah.
With its second attack, it is going to stab at you with its spear, toothless. 16 for 6. All right. That brings us to Toothless's turn.
Well, I had a plan. The plan is going to be a little different. Man. So I think what's going... Oh, man. So, Haxel, you have 2 failed saves, is that correct?
Yes,
No,
3.
Haxel has
Dead.
been killed. Yeah, this thing has torn him open with its mouth and pulled him into the water with them. Those 3 failed death saves.
So he's dead.
He is dead.
Yeah, this is, man, it's tricky.
Maybe. Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
We're kind
Yeah.
of stuck in this.
Yeah, fuck these assholes. That's kind of how I feel about this at this point. I think he was going to try and... So, Haxel's effectively dead as far as we know.
You'd
So
have
I
advantage
think...
to hit this one since I'm next to it if you wanted. Back tactics.
I think that's what it's probably going to be. But man, I was a happy dog to begin with, and I'm not a happy dog right now. I will attack the little whatever this thing is.
All right. Let's see.
That guy.
Pack Tactics in 18 is going to hit. So 6 points of damage, and it has to make a strength saving throw. It fails. So it is floundering about in the water as you grab it and give it a hard shake and kind of slam it against the stone wall. It begins blurging as you do, and it is definitely off balance.
Yeah, suck it, Flounder.
All right. Anything else from Toothless?
Oh, he's good to go.
All right,
but no, yeah, nothing more.
Okay. Gosh. All right, this one here with the hammer, it's going to sort of dive forward into like a forward dive, and sort of carries the hammer along with it. And as it flips back up, it hits with the hammer, forward flip, and then hits with the hammer again. Let's see if those actually hit. That's a 10 and a 20 against Toothless. I believe the 20 hits for 11.
For sure. Yep.
All right. And it will maintain. It will maintain. Gazer, you're up.
He'll move up to get a little better shot. He'll use his movement to get like up into the ceiling.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, and then do laser beams.
All right. Who are you laser beaming?
So I wouldn't have disadvantage on prone targets, right?
Right. This is a save or spell. So it's as long as you can see any part of them, like they just have to make their saves.
Okay. Now these will be at the one he shot at before.
Okay. Hammer throw. Got it.
And telekinesis.
All right. So dazing, it's going to make a wisdom saving throw. It does not.
We just have disadvantage on its attacks until the gazer's next turn.
All right.
And telekinesis.
And telekinesis is a strength. Here we go.
Hell yeah.
It fails that as well.
So
All
it
right.
goes flying 30 feet into the darkness.
Okay, so it just kind of is sort of like staring around confused, and then the next thing you know, it goes down and hits the wall. Let's see. 30 feet away. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it'll take a d6 when it slams into the wall. And it is bloodied.
Okay, that's it.
All right. Tari, you're up.
Okay. Um. Ow.
So
I
this
just
currently
kind of
with- yeah.
shriek, avenge Scarf Man.
Okay.
And, yeah, the 3 of them down by the water can take 5. Oh, do temporary hit points stack? They don't.
They do not
don't.
stack. So if they get a
Um,
bigger amount than they currently have, it goes to the bigger amount.
Right, but like if Thogrim already has 5, so he can't
Right.
get 5.
If he already had
Right.
5, he wouldn't get 5
Yeah.
more. Yeah.
You could give it to Spencer, and he can move up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I will give it to.
I like him too.
Spencer still has the 5.
Spencer could
as
make
well?
it all the way into the
Okay.
water with that movement. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, he'd be right up on Toothless.
It's probably not.
I'll give it to Spencer and Illyria.
Okay.
I would like to.
And my who?
The
Skull, I guess, falls back for some
And
temptation.
Skull. Yeah.
This thing's gonna
Actually,
fuck me up
but
next turn.
To give it to Skull and to Toothless, so they can back out, and we can get 3 on 3.
Wolfpack tactics, yeah.
Because right now it's 2 on.
So I can give it to 4 people. So who's the 4th one? Toothless?
Toothless.
Is that
I
what
think.
people are suggesting? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So Toothless, Skull, Illyria, and Spencer have 5 extra HP and can move if they choose.
All right. You can use your reactions to move. This move will not provoke opportunity attacks.
So if you moved over 1 Toothless, they could get in, like over here.
Yeah, I'm considering. How far can I move?
You're moving.
Up to your
Your
movement.
speed.
You get behind them.
Yeah, up to your speed.
Yeah, can I go right here?
Yeah, you can sploosh into the water. Absolutely.
Yeah, sploosh.
Where's the 5, 10?
All right. Now that you're in the water and you
Oh
have
god.
dark vision, you can also see this guy who got blasted down into the back corner of the
Oh, hello.
All right.
You're a sexy gentleman.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty good. You know, it tries. All right. Anything else from Tari? That was a bonus action. You gotta,
Yeah, I will shoot a crossbow at this one right here, the one that's bloodied. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, go for it.
Get back to that.
Yeah, 16 is going to hit, even with partial cover. And 10 is enough. That is the last of its hit points. So yeah, you take it right in the eye. The creature kind of and like slumps over next to Haxel's body. They just kind of float there in the blood cloud that is forming. Anything else from Tari?
No.
Okay. So hooligan number 2 is dead. Spencer, you're up.
Spencer's gonna sniff at Haxel a little bit. And then get really upset and bite the dude right here.
All right. Armor dude. Got it. 17 is going to hit for 3 points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That'll be his turn.
That's his turn. Gonna maintain position. Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that brings us to Illyria's turn.
All right, and I will target the same one as my boy.
That one is
Alright.
prone. Let's see.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, he got knocked down
Wait,
by.
what? There's only one left, right?
No, the other guy
That I
got
can
thrown into
see?
the
That
darkness.
you can see.
Oh, I
yeah,
can't
the other one's under the water and under the
Oh,
ceiling.
okay.
Where that pink line is where like the ceiling meets the water.
All right, I'll take a shot at this guy then.
Oh,
Okay.
I
Well,
don't think he
this
could
one, yeah, where this pink line is, you'd have to be
Oh.
in the you'd have to
Oh,
be
in
like
the water.
in the
All
water
right,
to
yeah.
see that
I'll just take
far.
the
Yeah.
advantage. It's fine.
All right. So you're gonna take a shot at this guy right here. Go for it. Yeah, 16 I think is just enough. Yep, just enough. So that hits. All right, 10 points of damage.
And that'll be my
Okay. And this one right here is mostly out of the water as well. So, Skull, you're up. He is
Okay.
prone before you.
Yep.
Yeah, 22 for 11 is definitely a hit. All right. Anything else?
Um,
Kind of slash down, avoiding his breastplate and kind of cutting along its legs. It lets out a kind of cry of pain, sort of struggling to get back to its feet.
and it isn't bloodied.
It is not bloodied.
Okay, I'm gonna action surge and disengage then.
Okay.
Probably the smartest thing I've ever done in this campaign is to know when to back the hell off.
Yep.
Yeah, because you are the lowest HP target right now, who is what they are going to go for.
Yeah, so let's go 1, 2.
These things,
3,
again,
4.
they're related to sharks, so they're going to fight in a much more intelligently than sharks. But they are going to. Their instinct is to definitely go after the most wounded prey they can.
Yeah, so I'm gonna action surge back up to Gator, and that's my turn.
All right. Hartuck is continuing to watch this passage to make sure that you do not get pincer attacked. Thogrum, you're up.
All right. It's about time you let old Thogrum get in here. I'm gonna move up and take a swing at Handsome here, laying on the floor.
Okay. Yeah, 18 is a hit. 11 points of damage. He is bloodied as you smash down. There's a big dent in the center of his breastplate.
And then, never mind. He's in the water. And then I'm gonna cast spiritual weapon on him. Bonk him.
Oh.
I will need to hit him up during the week to see what he wants to do about either a temp character or a. I say temp character because if you guys bring his body back to town, that Volker guy had already talked to Thogrum about being able to cast Raise Dead. If you want to play like a temp character or just try something new. But anyways, we don't need to talk about sad stuff. Thogrum. Spiritual weapon. Okay, so you summon spiritual weapon, and it attacks that guy.
Does it get?
It does get advantage because it is technically a melee attack. So you can roll it one more time. All right. Yeah, Anvil donks again, banging off the walls, but does not manage to land a hit. Can't get through that plate mail, or not plate mail, but breastplate.
All right, and that's my turn.
Okay. All right. This thing kind of kip ups with half of its speed back to its feet. It looks around at its potential targets. It sees that there is a heavily armored dwarf here, that there is a big creature down here, that is already bloody, and that is what it is going to focus its attacks on. All right, so it's going to make 2 trident attacks and a bite attack against you, Toothless.
Rawr.
All right, here we go. Trident, this is with advantage because you have missing hit points. So 15 damage from the first strike, 9 damage from the second strike, and then it will lunge forward and try to bite you.
Jeez.
All right, for 8 more damage.
Toothless is like, so the kind of the fierce like little dog creature like disappears.
Oh,
and
geez. Okay.
And Toothless is like, ta-da!
I'm
here.
All right. Remember, with wild shapes and polymorphs, any excess damage, trample damages over into your true form.
Yes.
So, yeah.
So we're 26 or 15. So 8 transfers over.
Okay. And then I assume that you'd probably want to shift into a space that is not adjacent to this crazy bastard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. This one is dead. Toothless, you're up.
Well, I'm going to transfer back into that form.
Back into the wolf. Okay.
Yep. It worked out well for at least a little while.
All right. And let me refill your HP tank. Bloop, bloop, bloop. All right. And then...
Yeah, so everyone like briefly sees Toothless. He's like a little surprised. And then he's like, yeah, I kind of like that other thing better.
All right. Do you want to deal with the hammer one, or do you want to just shift right next to the armored guy?
Oh, the armored guy. That guy's a dick. Yeah, I don't like that guy.
Yeah.
So let's attack that guy.
All right. Like some hideous or adorable water dragon, you see this scaled wolf just burst out of the water and attack the armored Sahaugen. Pack Tactics, that is a critical hit. 12 more damage. This thing is effed up. It is kind of leaning hard, using its trident to hold itself up. Looking around, it is surrounded by opponents and spell effects. It just cries out again in Aquan, freedom.
Bite.
All right. Oh, and he's got to make a strength save, or he is knocked prone. So let's see how that goes. He makes it. All right.
Too bad.
Whew. All right. The Smasher is going to swim forward. You are currently not in a form that has any damage, and it, I think, is still dealing with that.
So
now.
It's half speed. Yeah, it's until the Gazer's next turn. So right after this.
Okay.
So it's half speed,
Gotcha.
disadvantage on its attacks.
All right, so it's going to attack twice. They are going to be at disadvantage. Here we go. First one. 13. Does not hit. It's trying to get a 14. And it is going to swing again. 14 does hits for 11 points of damage.
All right.
And their nostrils begin flaring as a little bit of blood. A little bit of blood.
There's a lot of blood.
Yeah, there's a shitload of blood. So I have like blood that I drop when it happens on land, but I need to make like, I guess, a blood cloud for the water.
Well, that'd be cool. Like some chum.
The only blood cloud I have is a square, because there was this area that had like a blood fog or whatever, where it made everything like red. But anyways, all right. That brings us to little Gazer's turn.
Did this one pop out of the water, or is it still underwater?
It is definitely still underwater. Again, if they're past this dip, you'd have to be in the water to see them, right? Because that's where the ceiling meets the water line.
Gotcha. Okay, so we'll just...
Toothless is half in and half out at this point.
Right, so he'll just shoot at this guy then.
Okay.
Fear and then telekinesis.
All right, so wisdom saving throw. Let's see how that goes. A 6, so that is a fail. And then it has to make a strength saving throw. It passes.
Made it, okay.
All right.
Scared, we'll move a
So
little
he
bit
is
closer.
he is afeared though. Where you at, fear? Okay. Yeah, just a general sense of impending doom and panic sort of goes off in this guy's mind as he's surrounded by opponents.
Okay.
All right. That brings us to, I mean, fear is just as good as the disadvantage one because he's still going to have disadvantage on all his attacks. All right, that brings us to Tari. Don't underestimate the power of a gazer. Gazer brought down, helped bring down some pretty strong ass people. I've seen it. It's horrible. 17 against this guy right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a hit. You shoot right over Spencer. Boom, 7 points of damage. Goes right into his arm. It's a bad scene. Oh, I should probably mention this dude has 4 arms. I guess it's a weird time to mention that. But yeah, he's got 4 arms.
I thought they all had
sorry
4
about
arms.
that. No. Only yeah, unless they specifically say that they have 4 arms, they have just 2.
Okay.
But this one in particular had 4.
Yeah, it
'Cause
makes lots of
cooler.
attacks.
Yeah. I mean, in older editions, he would have made like 5 attacks, but whatever. All right. So, good shot from Tari. Anything else from Tari?
Nope.
Okay. Spencer, you're up.
Spencer's gonna see stick sticking out of arm, and he's gonna go for that one.
All right. Chomp it. Advantage because pack tactics.
Oh.
Critical hit. Yeah. Spencer chomps down on that arm. He starts pulling and shaking, and there is a terrible rending sound as he tears the dude's arm off.
Hell yeah.
And there's the land-based blood. There we go.
Oh.
I can always depend on Meatball. All right. Whew. Anything else, Spencer? Or are you going to play with your arm for a little bit?
Oh, he's going to play with the arm for a little.
All right. Illyria, you're up.
Oh, the other one's still up.
Yeah, but he is underwater. You'd have to be underwater to see him. Yeah.
I'll just hold an attack if he manages to come up, or if any. If he manages to come up, or if anyone comes from behind, I guess.
Skull, you're up.
I'll take a defensive position here, and I will dodge. That will be my turn.
All right, Heartsuck continues his job. It's not easy, but he's trying his best. Thogrim, you're up.
I'm gonna try to ease my way up into the water a little bit. Can I like dunk my head in the water and see somewhat of this dude right here?
All the blood.
Or do I need to get?
Yeah, I mean, this is a big cloud of blood here. Again, like this is where the ceiling meets the water line, and then it starts going steadily downward from there. I mean, yeah, you'd have to commit to get in there and really see him.
So that's 5, 10, 15, and then 20, 25.
And you're a dwarf, so you could just let yourself sink to the bottom if you wanted to.
Well, you can see it now. You can move your thingy
keep in
over.
mind, without a swim speed, you'd move at half speed when in water.
Yeah, I think I moved half speed. So from here.
So yeah, you kind of move over the corpses and you kind of step off the ledge and just sort of plummet to the bottom. Now you definitely have line of sight to him.
Okay, then I'm gonna bonus action. Spiritual weapon.
All right, yeah, spiritual weapon. Don't care about no water. It just floats on over.
And
but a 7 does not hit.
And then I'm going to cast Sacred Flame.
All right, Sacred Flames. Got to make a dexterity saving throw. Here we go. It fails by 1, taking 8 points of damage. Anything else from Thogrum?
Nope. That is it.
All right, Toothless, you're up.
Roar. He will bite, or at least attempt to bite that thing.
Oh,
Okay, go for it. That does it. How do you finish him off?
Nice.
I think mostly going into the belly.
Okay, yeah, you just kind of start tearing up its belly, and you
Yeah,
just kind of
and-
shake
and-
left, right, and just tear it open.
And eating all of it.
All right.
It's so tasty.
It tastes like fish guts.
Mhm.
Whew.
Gotta save some for Spencer.
I know. Can Spencer like smell this and like be like, hey, wait a minute.
all these animals are just covered
I
in
want
blood.
to. I want to eat this.
The
So
slurry of chum.
that, I believe, is that. All right. Oof. And we are right about at time, and you just finished up that battle. So maybe before we get too invested in anything else, this would be a good time to kind of wrap it up a little bit.
I think so.
So,
can we
Sure.
pull Haxel's?
Oh, for sure.
What's left
yeah,
of
I'm gonna
Haxel
assume you
out?
pull the
Yeah.
bodies out for examination / taking care of, that sort of thing. This one gets eaten by Direwolf and Spencer. You could, of course, collect the coral maul if you'd like to. It is a standard maul, but it is made out of coral, which is kind of hype.
Yeah.
So,
Kind of neat.
yeah.
Fighter without like 60
It
weapons
actually
is not
looks
a fighter.
like it was grown that way,
Oh.
rather than carved that way, which is pretty interesting. Out of the water, it takes on the appearance of sort of dead coral and stone, but in the water, it has the bright, like fluorescent colors of like a coral reef.
Does it give off any light?
Awesome.
So I might use that. Then.
It does not give off light.
Underwater? No. Okay. Cool.
Yep.
Can I fix Haxel's scarves?
Yes, yeah, you can definitely kind of tend to them. When it grabbed him, it just went down and just kind of tore open his guts and dragged him in by his stomach. So it was all janked up in there. The parts are all still there. Didn't have time to eat anything. So a raised dead is a possibility, but you are going to want to do like a medicine check to sew them back up and make sure all the parts are there. Because if you come back to life missing like your large intestine or spleen or something, it could be kind of bad for you. So I guess not the spleen. You could probably live without that. But yeah, like you want to make sure with a raised dead that everything is as intact as possible, if that's the direction that his player kind of wants to take it, sort of thing.
Yeah, I'd leave it up to him, really.
Yeah.
There's a time limit, isn't there, for those spells?
For raised dead, I believe you have I want to say a week.
So
but it might just be a day. So let me check.
Yeah.
Raised dead.
It depends on the level of the cleric, unfortunately.
Let's see. Coming back
there's,
to the
like-
life is an ordeal. You return a creature it's not their castle level. It's 10 days. It has not been dead for 10 days, and their soul is willing to rejoin the body, aka if the player is like, yeah, I'll be raised dead. It will neutralize any poisons, cure any non-magical diseases. It does not remove magical diseases, curses, or similar effects. It can't return an undead creature back to life. It will close all mortal wounds, but it won't restore any missing body parts. So again, it's good that they didn't have time to start eating him, because that would have been problematic. Yeah. So that is that. You have had your first encounter with Sahaugans.
Told him not to go.
Yeah, Sahaugans are very intelligent, and they will play intelligent. They're also very evil, and bloodthirsty. So they will hit you when you're down. They will coup de grace. They will do all that stuff.
Yeah,
These
totally
are
made
very,
sense.
very evil, very opportunistic creature. So I think the dumbest Sahuagin has like a 12 intelligence score or something.
Wow.
Like,
Oh.
yeah. So
Okay.
they are smarter. Yeah, they are smarter than humans, lizard folk, dwarves, things like that.
Man,
Yeah.
that was intense.
Yeah, I was surprised because like just dice, you know what I mean? Because like I thought that Thousand Teeth was going to be a much bigger threat than he was, but yeah, I
mean,
didn't see that going that way. But when he wandered off on his own
yeah,
and just stood
They-
there by the water, it was just too inviting. They just yeah.
I mean, it's happened
Ugh.
before when I was like, Skull's like, don't go down there, and then the maggots. I mean, I couldn't have known, but that sucks.
Oof.
It absolutely
The
makes sense
scaly-
though.
I think the scaly direwolf would kind of like to Haxel's body and would try and keep it warm.
Yeah, it's oof, gosh. All right. You have a lot to do next week as far as exploration and such. There is a relatively easy way for Haxel to have basically either a new character or a sub character, so I'll speak with him about that probably
Mhm.
tomorrow. So you shouldn't be down in person or anything next week. Because when you play D&D, you always make an excuse for a new character to show up. Worst case scenario, suddenly Hartuk has character levels and is a super badass. He reflects on his fight against Thousand Teeth and is a super badass. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Man, that was a wild ride tonight. Any questions for me before we adjourn? Otherwise, look for XP at some point this week to be posted up into chat.
No.
Could I
Nothing here.
have you swap my token over to the new one I had you make? I forgot about that.
Oh yeah.
If you have just a second.
Let's see.
I could
Yeah.
link it to you again if you want.
Okay. I'm pretty sure I have it on this computer. Nope. Apparently it's on my laptop.
Here, I'm going to.
Oh, sure. Oh, right. Okay. Oh, that's why I didn't see it, because I labeled it differently. I was just searching by skill, but
yeah, it's not a big deal. I forgot like twice after you made it. I'm like, well.
All right, yeah, I'll get that ported in before we play next time.
Thank you.
Because I've got to like relink it to the character sheet and everything. All right, let me return you guys to your dashboard.
MVP Gazer. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that was
So good.
nuts.
Yeah, people
It's gonna
underestimate support so much, but like support is the best. I guess not if they're all by themselves, but well, even then, they're kind of.
It's gonna be good lower level like this, but as we get higher on, probably fall
Oh,
off. But...
right. And yeah, a DC 11 saving throw.
Yeah.
I mean, but even then, if it burns like a legendary resistance off of a boss monster, even then it's worth it.
And the scene of like the one with the hammer getting flung into the darkness is really cool.
Oh, absolutely.
All right.
So Gazer's probably got about what 4.5 hours left on the clock, give or take. So I'll add that to the calendar as well.
Yeah, keep track of that.
All right. Hope you guys enjoy your week. And yeah, I guess we will continue next week.
Awesome. Thanks.
Cool.
Night, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye.
Right.
Yeah, thank you, everyone. It was fun.
Night.
Bye.